The helicopter has landed, and there is Stephen Hunt of the Clydesdale Bank, the league sponsors, and the chief executive of the SPL, Neil Doncaster, arriving at Rugby Park with the Scottish Premier League trophy, bedecked in red, white and blue ribbons. Nerves? No chance, not after an opening goal in just 46 seconds. It was 2-0 after 5 minutes. Stephen Naismith scoring it against his old club. Then 3 goals by 7 minutes. Kyle Lafferty's 6th in 6 games for Rangers. In the second half, Nikita Jelavic, just a big player for Rangers in recent games. And then Lafferty rounded off the scoring with a 5th for Rangers. Congratulations to them, they're the champions. Here's the Rangers manager.
Walter, how do you feel, the title in the bag?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm pleased for every one of our players. They've been brilliant, and you know, I think in the end they deserve it. And, well, obviously I'm a bit biased, but they deserve it, and I've played exceptionally well. What
about the start?
I know it was fantastic. We couldn't have wished for a better start. Every time we went up, the standard of goal was terrific, and you know, it was just a brilliant way to start.
One of your players seems to make a habit of scoring championship goals, but he got a hat-trick, Kyle Lafferty.
Kyle Lafferty, yeah, he's been doing exceptionally well for us this season overall. I'm delighted for him that he's managed to get a hat-trick here. For the whole team, I'm delighted that they managed to win.
You mentioned the team. There's one man that made a huge contribution. I'm sure you'll remember Kenny Miller's 21 goals.
Yes, of course we will. I mean, the first half of the season, after losing Chris Boyd, he took the onus for us in terms of goals. And you know, I just hope he's watching today. He deserves to be here, but obviously can't be.
Can you sum up the contribution of the players and the whole backroom staff to finish this the way you wanted it?
Oh, well, it's not the way I want it. It's for the club. It's not for me. You know, when you make a decision, you leave. That's it. Everything that you do is for the club and for the winning part of it. So, you know, they've played well, especially in this last lot of games. I set them a challenge not to lose in the last 10 games after losing to Dundee United, and they've completed that.
How does this rate with all your other titles?
I don't think you can pick and choose any of them. I'm just delighted that Rangers have managed to win.
And from your own point of view, just a little moment to reflect on everything. Will you get a chance?
No, I'll probably get that in a wee while. I'll take that, but I'll go in and have a wee drink just now, I think, and that'll settle it. Thank you.
Thanks, Walter.
Yes, congratulations to Walter Smith, his 400th victory in 2 spells in charge of Rangers. His final one, of course, delivering 3 in a row for Rangers here at Rugby Park. The other game today finished Celtic 4, Motherwell 0. On the score sheet there today was Gary Hooper, his 20th goal of the season, which means that at the end of the season, I can tell you the top goal scorer was Rangers' Kenny Miller, who finished on 21 goals, which is remarkable given that he left Rangers in January. Let's hear now from the Celtic manager, Neil Lennon.
How important is the backing you've had throughout this club been to you personally?
Well, it's been a great source of comfort and an inspiration, really, not just to me, but to my backroom staff, the board, and certainly the players. This is why we love this club. You've seen today what the supporters bring. They've been magnificent all season.
Talking of that incredible Celtic support, how important is that to you and to the team going forward next season?
Well, for me, this isn't the end, this is just the beginning.
You've brought the style and the passion back, and are you looking forward to taking that through to the Scottish Cup final next Saturday?
Well, of course, the reason I took this job on was to win silverware. It's a disappointing day today. We got one more piece of silverware to win, and the players will be given everything to do, bring back something for their efforts this season. We as a club this season have nothing to reproach ourselves for. The board, the supporters, the players, they've dealt with a lot of issues with great dignity. The players have played with real panache and style. We tried to entertain all season. I think a lot of other people in the game here need to have a good look at themselves in the mirror.
We want to wish you all the very best for next Saturday.
Neil Lennon there, the Celtic manager, talking to the supporters on the pitch immediately after the game. Remember, the Scottish Cup final is live next Saturday on Sky Sports. Celtic again up against Motherwell. Well, he said when he was appointed he'd bring back the Thunder to Celtic Park. I think he's done that, Neil McCann. He hasn't brought back the league trophy, but can he look forward with confidence to next season given how well the team played after a complete rebuild?
Yeah, and he's put a stamp on the team, David. He's brought in a lot of his own players. They played exciting football, good football. I agree with him. They have played with a style and a panache, but you know they've just come up short. They had it in their hands, and they'll be sitting thinking tonight and over the summer that regrets. I've got a few to quote a big song, but he's got another trophy to win, and a very important trophy in the season. That's next week. That's the one he must lift his players for, and indeed himself and the backroom staff, and go and win it. So his season isn't a total disappointment. There's a trophy there to win, and he's got a chance to do it.
And I think most of those regrets will lie in Inverness just a couple of weeks ago, where Celtic lost the title, really. And because of that, Neil Doncaster, the chief executive of the Scottish Premier League, has brought the trophy, and the trophy is bedecked in red, white and blue ribbons. Well, it all started in a balmy autumn afternoon in Inverness when Celtic won their opening game against Inverness. The season finishes here with Rangers beating Kilmarnock and winning the title. Now, what we've all been waiting for all these months. Let's join our commentators, Davy Probyn and Ian Crocker.
Yes, it is nearly time to salute the champions of Scotland. And yet again, the champions of Scotland are Rangers. Rangers rule in Scotland again, led out by Davy Weir. I wonder if he will decide to play on. 41 now. This is what they came for. This is what they wanted to see. And right from the off, Rangers got to grips on this game, and now they can get to grips with this trophy. A stunning performance, and the new owner of Rangers, Craig White, watching on as a new era dawns. Oliver Boyce will take charge next season. Walter Smith takes his leave of this famous old club after two spells littered and laden with trophies. You cannot beat this title-winning feeling then.
No, you can't. If you're a footballer, and this is the most satisfying moment you can possibly get. You know, running around Hampden with the Scottish Cup, with the League Cup, is terrific as well. But this is the moment. This is why, you go through the pre-season, you play with the injuries. All those miserable days, winter days in the training ground, this is what it's all about.
Walter Smith bowing out in style. I suppose it was written in the stars. All these Rangers players have been stars. Not the biggest squad, but they are together. In it together. Receiving their medals, and soon the SPL trophy. Stephen Whittaker, who played so well all season in a variety of positions. And every one of these guys did their bit. Every one of them made major contributions to the cause over the course of the season. Kyle Lafferty with a hat-trick today. championship medal. George Beattie 2. Job, and they did it in no time. They didn't hang about in wrapping up another SPL title. 3 goals in a devastating 5.5 minutes at the start of the game. A couple more at the start of the second half to bring the curtain down on Walter Smith's time at Rangers. Stephen Naismith scoring against his former club. Trophy. Kenny McDowell and Andy McCoist. McCoist will be manager now, with Kenny McDowell assisting him and Ian Durant playing a prominent role as well. A special day. Here come the main men. Davy Ware, at the age of 41, is going to lift the trophy again with Walter Smith. 21 trophies, that is the stuff of legend. That is Walter Smith's Rangers. Ready is the word on the Rangers club crest. And they were ready, willing and able. They are the champions. They are Rangers. Tune, the Rangers to hear, champions again, for the 3rd year running, for the 10th time under Walter Smith as a manager, and for the 54th time overall. It's another extraordinary achievement. It's another day to remember, the final day as Rangers manager for Walter Smith. Let's hear from the hat-trick hero today, the man who's been remarkable in the run-in, Kyle Lafferty's with Peter.
Kyle, how do you feel you make a habit of scoring championship-winning goals?
Yeah, I have over the last 3 years, but yes, I think today is...
A big duffer day!
I think today is the highlight of my career so far. We knew that we had to come here to win, and to get the first goal I would have been happy with, but to get 3 in the last season and to win the championship's amazing.
You've always said you wanted to play as a striker, and when you get the chance, you've come up with the big goals.
Yeah, I've joined Rangers as a striker. I think the gaffers bought me as a striker, but sometimes I had to play out on the left, and I was happy to do that. But whenever I played up front, I feel more comfortable, and I've started to get goals, so I'm happy.
What about your teammates and the work they've put in throughout the whole season?
I think the whole season, a lot of people's knocked us off, slagged us off and everything. But we stuck with it. We knew we could win 3 in a row. We could send the gaffer off on a high, and we've done that today.
It's Walter's last game. What does he mean to you?
He's a gaffer that brought me here. He made me fulfil my boyhood dream, and to do that, I owe him everything. And to score a hat-trick in his last game's delighted.
Enjoy your day.
Cheers, thank you.
Kyle Lafferty, he scored a goal in the last 3 title-winning performances by Rangers, and he's got a hat-trick today. 3 in a row for him today, 3 in a row for Rangers. And I'm delighted to say we're joined here in the studio by Neil's former Hearts teammate and Scotland teammate, now of course the captain of Rangers, David Weir. David, many congratulations to you. What's your gut reaction to all that's happened here today?
Just obviously delighted the way it went. You know, always you're nervous beforehand. You just want it to go well, and then we came out the traps. We absolutely flew out the traps, scored great quality goal. You know, when we needed them, and you know, you've got to give the lads great credit. Really, you know.
Did you have any nerves after the 46-second goal?
Well, you had nerves prior to. Obviously, that eases them a wee bit when you come out and start like that, and you know, great finish for Kyle and a great goal. And then you know, we added to it. We kept going, and we gave ourselves a bit of breathing space.
What's the last couple of days been like, David? Because I know sometimes leading up to this sort of occasion, there's a real nervousness. Did the boys have any nerves? Because in the last few games, it doesn't seem to as if nerves have played a part whatsoever.
Well, there's definitely nerves, but I think nerves would be a good thing. You know, I think you can tell how much the lads wanted it, and I think I agree with you. The performances over the last, since we got beat by Dundee United, have been top class, right? You know, from start to finish, and it's great credit to the lads. And the biggest games of the season have had put on the biggest performances.
Was that a huge boost? Obviously, it goes without saying, but what kind of mood was in the camp when you came into training next day after that result up in Inverness? Was it we've been given a chance, let's not give it away?
That was exactly. You know, to be honest, we weren't expecting it. I thought, you know, that Celtic were playing well, scoring goals and looking comfortable, so we didn't really see it coming, to be honest. But obviously, when we got the chance, it was up to us to take it, and I thought we took it well.
They say that you should enjoy every title in case it's your last. Was that the way you've looked at it in the past few days as this game's approached, and will you really make the most of today and milk it for all it's worth?
You've got to do that anyway, regardless of, you know, you're 41, 21, whatever age you are, you've got to make the most of it, because you don't get days like this very often in football. You know, football's can be a cool game sometimes, and you know, fortunately the Rangers, you get an opportunity to win trophies, and since the manager's been here, it's been like that. You know, we've been a successful team, and it's all down to him really. What
were Rangers like when you arrived 4.5 years ago, in the immediate aftermath of the Paul Le Guen regime, which just did not work?
Well, Rangers were fighting for second place in the league, you know, and hadn't won a trophy for a period of time, so it was a difficult time for Rangers, and you know, the manager came in and stabilised it straight away, got second place after a few victories, and then we started off the next season, and you know, started with a sort of fresh slate and started to pick up trophies, and never quite made it to win the league, but you know, picked up a couple of cups, and you know, that was the start of it.
Huge turning point, Davey. Alan McGregor's save, Samaras penalty.
Yeah, well, you can't say too much about him. What the level of saves he's made, even today, two or three great saves. You know, he really is. He's top class. You can't praise him enough. We're very fortunate to have him.
How tough an act will Walter Smith be to follow the next season for Ally McCoist?
Oh well, he's the best. He's in my opinion probably the best manager Rangers have ever had. You know, he's surpassed generations. He's built different teams, and he's done it in 2 generations. So you know, you can't praise the man highly enough. And you know, fortunately we've got Coisty coming in who's been there when he's done a great deal of it, and he's learned from the best. And you know, there's nobody got more feeling for the club than Ali.
There's been a suggestion that when Walter goes, it might be the time for you to go, but have you made your decision yet? When will you make the call?
I don't know, to be honest. I genuinely haven't thought about it. I just, you know, all we were concerned about was winning this today. That was the be-all and end-all, and it has been for a few weeks now. So, you know, now we've done it, you know, when that sinks in, then, you know, maybe we can start thinking about it. But I genuinely haven't thought about it. It's not about me, and it's not about, you know, individuals. It's about Rangers winning leagues, and, you know, that's what we've done today.
The big man needs a shower here, I'd like to point out. It just smells like a big giant bottle of champagne.
Well, I can think of worse things, Neil, to be fair to him. David, thank you very much indeed. Thanks for your courtesy, thanks for coming in, and congratulations to you. David Weir there, the captain of the champions Rangers. Congratulations to them tonight. Well, we'll be back with more interviews and reaction to that moment there. Walter Smith and David Weir lifting the Clydesdale Bank Premier League trophy. Congratulations to the champions.
Here he goes.
The legend leaves. Walter Smith, in his final game in charge of Rangers, has led the club to the title. Well, it was an emotional day for him, and as Rangers started the match, they knew they'd have to get an early goal to calm the nerves, and boy did they do that. 46 seconds, Kyle Lafferty scored, then Stephen Naismith scored in 5 minutes. Then it was 3 goals in the space of 3.5 minutes. Kyle Lafferty, 6 goals in 6 games for him. Rangers won the game by 5 goals to 1. And it was Walter Smith who was given the honour of lifting the trophy. So congratulations to Walter Smith. Let's hear now from the man who will succeed him as Rangers manager, the club's all-time record goal scorer. That is, of course, Ali McCoist.
Ali, this must be the dream finish.
Oh, absolutely, Peter. I think I said to you before the game, if somebody at the start of the season gave you an opportunity to win the league in your final game, you'd have taken it. A few weeks ago, we were always under a little bit of pressure, but I thought the quality of goal that was scored today was absolutely outstanding at any level. And you know, I think the fans deserve it, the players deserve it, and maybe just most of all, Walter Smith deserves it.
Yeah, you mentioned Walter there. Was Walter's strength of character crucial when Celtic had the lead and everybody was tipping them to win the title?
Of course it was, Peter, you know, and it's an easy thing to say right now, but he's arguably the greatest football manager this great club's ever had. You know, and you go all the way back and probably include gentlemen like Bill Struth in it. His record is absolutely outstanding, and just the way he conducts himself as a manager is absolutely first class. You know, he's well thought of by all the fans, the supporters, and indeed his playing staff and management staff and coaching staff all just think he's a top human being.
How invaluable is the experience he's passed on to you, and of course the chance to play Champions League football next season with a new owner?
Yeah, well, it was so important. We wanted this opportunity. We've now got it. The players they've earned it. You know, we'll enjoy tonight and we'll enjoy the celebration, and then we'll sit down and have a think about next season. But dear me, what a season! You know, we are the champions. I think we deserve it.
Well done today.
Thank you very much indeed.
Party time at Rugby Park. Neil, what are Rangers getting in Ali McCoist as their new manager?
Oh, he's quite a special character. Everybody knows he's the happy-go-lucky guy. I'd imagine that Celtic fans will love to hate him, but I don't believe they could, because he's such an infectious guy. But what he brings also is enthusiasm, a knowledge of the game, and a hunger to win. And when you've got all that in one person who's just learned from possibly one of the best that we've ever had, then it could be very well a recipe for success, and something that Craig White will be looking forward to seeing how the club moves forward under him.
We spared his blushes when he was with us. How big has David Weir been for Rangers this year? Do you think he can go on at 41?
He's been a cost. Why not? Why shouldn't he go on? He's absolutely cruised it in the SPL. I think one game where everybody was quick to jump on him with Gary Hooper in the Old Firm game. And to be honest, I don't think any central defender would have been anywhere near that. That first touch of Gary Hooper in that game was so good. Yes, it exposed Davy, but it would have exposed a lot of centre-backs. And I think people were quick to judge him. But he stepped up again today. He's led his club to another SPL title. And I don't think Ali McCoist would have a blinking of an eye to giving him another contract. But Mrs Smith, I think, might have to give up her bed tonight, because I'm pretty sure that Walter Smith maybe wanted to take that trophy home.
Yes, spare a thought for Ethel. Well, you mentioned that the goalkeeper, Alan McGregor, had such an important moment by saving the penalty. Here he is now with Peter Martin.
Alan, you're champions again. How does it feel?
Incredible feeling. Only 2 or 3 weeks ago I thought, not no chance, but we've done it somehow again.
Do you look back on that Samaras saving the penalty?
It's maybe a defining moment because it's so late in the season, but it's a long, hard season. There's so many defining moments in it. And all the boys, every single person connected with the club deserve it. It's not just one thing.
Tell me about the belief in this side.
I think you can see it. First 10 minutes showed it. I think that summed it up, to be honest with you.
What about the inspirational words of your manager? Because his experience has been invaluable.
A lot of the boys have been here the last 3 years as well, so we know what it's all about. And what a start we had. It's incredible. That just set us up nicely.
So many people talk about Alan McGregor elsewhere. Does this give you the taste to stay on with Ali at Rangers?
I've told them what I want to do, so it's up to them.
Brilliant. Listen, enjoy your day.
I'm sure I will.
I think we believe him.
I don't think Alan's going to miss any sort of night out or any sort of enjoyment.
Yeah.
But picking up on him there, David, I just think that Rangers, yes, there'll be a lot of money there and value for Alan, but I think he's given subtle signs that he would love to stay, and what a sign out it would be for Rangers if he extended a contract.
And I think the Celtic players would love it if Alan McGregor left. Celtic, of course, had to win today and hope that Rangers dropped something. Well, Rangers demolished Kilmarnock here, but Celtic did the business at their end. Gary Hooper put them ahead against Motherwell with his 20th SPL goal of the season. And before the second half was out, Georgios Samaras linked with Charlie Mulgrew for Celtic's second goal, just 5 minutes before the interval. And then in the second half, Sean Maloney, a player who's missed so much of this season with injury, scored a lovely solo goal. And that made it 3-0 to Celtic. And the man who scored the first goal of the SPL season, when he won the game up in Inverness, Paddy McCourt got the fourth of this game, and Celtic beat Motherwell 4-0. And the other game in the SPL finished at Tannadice. Dundee United 2, Hearts 1, with John Daly getting the winner. And at the end of a ticker-tape day at Rugby Park, confirmation that Rangers are the champions of the Scottish Premier League. They have won it by a point over Celtic. Hamilton, of course, are relegated, and we welcome Dunfermline next season. Neil, it has been a fantastic season for Rangers. How difficult, briefly, will it be for them to build on it next time?
Well, they have to, because Neil Lennon is an absolute winner. He's proved that this season, and it'll hurt him tonight, seeing that Rangers winning the league. He'll be coming back strong, as will Celtic. And
Rangers will need money, won't they, Neil? Thank you very much indeed to you for today and for the entire Scottish Premier League season. There's live action from the Premier League in England on right now on Sky Sports HD 1-1. It's Chelsea against Newcastle. And then next Saturday, join Jim White from Motherwell against Celtic in the Scottish Cup. Can Celtic salvage something from this season? It's on Sky Sports HD 2-2. Well, the afternoon ends with a smile from Walter Smith and his 10th league title. It's been a season full of controversy, but on the pitch, well, there's been more than a few memorable moments. From us all here at Rugby Park, a very good afternoon to you.